Hello, Cynthia. Ah, go Miss Orange. Just hello. Okay. Let me flip this around. I'm new at this. Okay. Now, last time I could not see. Ah, Pink Half's in the building. How you doing? There we go. Last time I could not see like everybody's comments. Maybe, maybe not. Show chat. Oh, look at all the hearts. So, I am very new at Skype. Actually, this is my third, like, consistent Skype. I'm not even Skyping. I am scoping. I'm on a challenge to do 100 scopes in the next 72 hours. So I will be doing a lot. I will be sharing a lot of content. My name is LaMeel from LaMeel.com. I am the author of Create Your Own Crazy Beautiful Life. I love seeing all of the hearts. And the thing I am most proud of is that I'm a mother of 8. So our topic for this scope is how to manifest $5,000 or anything you want. You look like Vivica Fox. Thank you. Coach Kair, how you doing? Basically, how to manifest anything you want in 48 hours. And the example that I'm going to be using is $5,000 because, hi, because that is the number that I work with most often. Love Tribe, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. So let's get started. There are basically 3 steps to this. Now, I am not a religious type of person, extremist. I am an extreme spiritual person. So when I'm talking to you about manifesting, when I'm talking to you about doing anything, I'm talking to you about doing it from a personal vibrational level. I am not talking about the numbers. Okay, there are some women out here on Periscope that are awesome at doing the numbers for your business, about doing the numbers to produce whatever you want. They're amazing. T.C. Cooper is one of them. She's got great business. My peeps is ready to talk to you today. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's right. I missed your call last night. I will call you back I'll call you as soon as I'm done with this. I'm talking to you from I'm actually sitting outside and I can tell that you guys can see that I am sweating up a storm. But I'm talking to you from a vibrational level, right? Everything in the universe is about vibration, is vibration. Everything is vibrating. Everything vibrates at different levels. So when I'm talking to you about manifesting, I am talking to you about manifesting from a spiritual, vibrational level. Truth, yes. Okay? So when you are thinking of it from that perspective, manifestations have nothing to do with the amount of physical work that you put in. There are times when you have to put in physical work, and there are times, psychic, yes. There are times you have to put in physical work, but not always. There are times that you can manifest whatever it is because you are, thank you for sharing, Kair, are at the right vibrational level. Okay? That's the place that I'm going to be talking to you about. There are 3 simple steps to this, and there is some spiritual work, some vibrational work, I should say, that you need to be doing once you complete when you're in step 3. Okay? The very first thing you need to do is to be very clear about what you want. You cannot manifest and have cross purposes. Okay? And what I mean by a cross purpose is, I really want an Escalade, but I think that it is too expensive. The gas is too high. I really don't deserve it, and it's out of my price range. That's a cross purpose. You want it, you're never going to get it because of your cross purpose. You're thinking one way, and the way that you are thinking is how you are vibrating, okay? So you're not going to be able to produce that. A lot of people say, you know, I tried law of attraction and I try to do manifestations, and usually, because I promise you it always works. It works every time, without a doubt. So if your vibration is in a place where you don't deserve it, you can't afford it, it's not really going to happen, that is exactly what you're going to get. I love seeing all the hearts. Now I know why when I'm on Dana Garrison's page. Thank you, sweetheart. She eats the hearts. You're going to get whatever it is that you are vibrating at, okay? So the very first thing is to get clear. Get clear about what you want. Get clear, and at the same time, you have to eliminate what your cross purposes are. And if you're not sure, if you're not really confident in manifesting, then you need to start with something small, okay? Let it be a cup of coffee. I really love Starbucks. I would love for someone to get me some Starbucks. Whether someone shows up, whether someone calls you, you can manifest a cup of coffee regardless. So if you need to start small to build your faith, to build your belief, to create a space where you can vibrate at, I can do this, I know that I'm doing this, and get in alignment with your higher self and your being, then start small. Okay? $5,000 is my magic number, because if I want something, I usually need about $5,000 to make that happen. So I'm going to give you my example. Yes, I manifested a parking spot. I live in New York. You know what? That's an excellent thing. Now, I don't know if you got a paid parking spot or not. What about relationships? Absolutely. You should watch the replay, though, of my very first scope today, which is about the affirmation of the day, which is, I am my own ideal soulmate, okay? Because you cannot manifest your ideal soulmate or your ideal partner if you are vibrating from a place right in front of the venue. Okay, if you're vibrating from a place of, I'm not worthy, I'm not complete until that person shows up, then that person's never, going to show up, because you're vibrating from the wrong place. I need a tombstone for my father's gravesite now. So then that's an excellent thing to manifest, and those are not cheap. But you can manifest a relationship, okay? But you've got to start with you, and you've got to raise your vibration. You have to be your own ideal partner to manifest the physical outcome of that, okay? Which would be that in another person. So parking spaces are a great place to start. My daughter and I do this, and there's a new Walmart. I need 5 more loyal customers too. So yes, those are excellent things to do, which you can do in 48 hours. Plus, if you guys are not familiar with Pink Hefts, you need to follow him. He's got an awesome, awesome product. Okay, especially for women, people in relationships. I mean, some people may not be in a relationship and still need it, but I am going to say for people that are in relationships, having relations, you need to follow Pink Hefts. He's got an amazing product. So we manifest parking spaces. I deserve funds to go to school. You absolutely do. Everybody does. And who should have to pay for school? Somebody should be paying you to go to school, period. And they're out there, and there are ways to do this, okay? So when you get into your zone of manifesting, then you're going to start attracting. Was I talking really loud? Because I'm actually outside, and they're cutting the grass. My husband and I are separated. We're back at spending time, but I'm not sure if it's good to go back. Okay, that involves other things. It is very... they say don't go backwards. They say that, but who the hell are they? I mean, it's not about them. It's about you, okay? It's about you. It's about what you want. It's about what makes you happy. So even if he's done some dirty dog shit and you all are willing to vibrate together at the right level for the right thing, then working on that is okay because it makes you happy. Screw what everybody else thinks. They're not paying your bills. They're not the person that you're going to bed with, and only you have to look at yourself, in the mirror. Just financial problems. Okay, well, maturity comes with time, and often women, I tell my girls this, men sometimes, most often, they kind of mature when they're younger, slower when you've had enough, right, than us. But I tell my girls to consider this. Nobody's perfect, right? You can't manifest a perfect person because none of us are perfect. And people that you spend time with, people that you are in a relationship with, that's about an investment, right? So if you all are a vibrational sync and have a few, few areas where you're off, but he's willing to work on it and you're willing to work on it, then you invest that time and you build from there. She needs a reading. Yeah, you should definitely call Coach Kayer. And she's about to make an emotional decision. Right, you need to do what is best for you, regardless. You've got to do, what's best for you. Definitely get a astrology reading from Coach Kayer. If you follow him, he's Coach Kayer everywhere, and he will be able to you'll give him some information about you and about the person that you're in a relationship with, and he'll give you some really wonderful information. So back to our topic, manifesting. Parking spaces are a great place to start. We manifest parking spaces all the time. So stores that we go to on a regular basis, always, not just a parking space. When I go to Walmart, I have a parking space. You would think my name was written on it, because if I pull up, either they're pulling out or it's already empty. When my kids want to go to Five Below, I was like, I'm not going unless y'all manifest a parking space in front. So my kids have a... are you reading this? I hope you can see what Coach Kayer is posting so that you can follow him and send him your info about your relationship. But my children will manifest a parking space. Hi, baby. Will manifest that parking space because they know I'm not stopping if I don't have a parking space in front. I don't want to walk from cross country to the store. So it's a great way to teach your kids and to get them involved in manifesting as well. Number one thing is to be clear about what you want. Okay? You need to be clear about what you want. Number two is you need to set your time frame. Some things don't need to be in a time frame. Pink Hefts wants 5 sales today from his website. Pink Heft, post your website so everybody can see that. Maybe you'll manifest your 5 sales from this group right here. TP, I can't think of her handle right now, but she was talking about numbers. So yes, number 1 is to be clear. Number 2 is to set the time frame in which you want. I like to work within 48 hours. If you need it in 24 hours, then make it 24 hours. If you depending on what it is too, because if you say, I just want to be happy, it could take your whole life to be happy. So you do kind of want to be specific. Step 3 is to look for the signs and get yourself in vibrational alignment with it. So what are the signs? First, before you start looking for signs, usually you need to be vibrationally aware. You have to believe that this is going to happen. You cannot put any limitations on how it shows up. Okay? So, for example, Mr. Pink Hefts, he said he wanted 5 sales. But he said he wanted it from his website. Would it matter if somebody called you and bought 5 over the phone? Does it matter if somebody went on your website and just, or went to you on Facebook and made a donation in the cost, or that totaled the cost of 5 sales? Does it have to be 5 sales? Because is it just that you want to manifest that amount of money? So you don't want to limit how it can show up in your life. So for example, the first time I manifested $5,000, I don't know, I had a list of stuff that I needed to do. Yes, see? I had a list of a whole bunch of things I needed to take care of. And I needed $5,000. I was a housewife. I taught natural living classes out of my home. I rarely left the house with all my kids. And all I knew is that this is what I wanted, and this is when I needed it by. And I believed, and when I first started, I wasn't even sure that it was going to happen. So I had to work at getting myself in vibrational alignment with it. So what I did was I wrote it down someplace, and I'm going to have to do something else because I realized, I don't know, are you guys looking at the behind me backwards? Whatever. I wrote it down and put it on the wall. I put it in the bathroom. I put it in the kitchen. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen at that point. So everywhere I was, please, oh, Coach Kair, we need you to repost your information, please. Everywhere that I spent time, everywhere that I went, I saw that statement. On this day, I would have $5,000. There was no specifications as to how, when, where. Well, the when, yes, but how it came to me and who it came to me through, none of that. This is what I want. This is when I need it. And now I'm going to start to look for the signs that it's coming, right? So I went to do a class, and I lived in Kansas at the time, and so my classes were posted at the University of Kansas. And so people would enroll, they would handle my enrollment, and then the people would come to my house for my class. So my kids helped. That was part of their job. That was the way that they learned to, service to other people. That's the way that they learned how to speak to other people and not be shy. And, I believe that they're born leaders, and so it was a way for them to show other people how to do things. And this class was probably either a candle or a soap making class. And the people always engaged my children, what do you want to do when you grow up, whatever. So we have this conversation, and I do the class, and people leave, everybody leaves. 2 days later, and I think I was manifesting in a week, not 48 hours, the very first time. 2 days later, I get a phone call from somebody at some financial company. And thank you for the hearts. And if you're not already following me, please swipe left, right, up, down, whatever device you're on, and click the button to follow. And please remember to share. I really appreciate that. So I get a phone call, and he's a financial planner for someone who wanted to remain anonymous. And I was like, okay, this dude's probably trying to sell me something, right? And he says, no, I wanted to confirm your address, because I have a client who would like to donate to you anonymously. So I was like, okay. I confirmed my address. I hung up. I Googled the company name that he said he was from. It was a real financial planning company and whatever. The next day, in the mail, I got a check, and that check was for $5,000. Now, what happened was he forgot to hide the name on part of the receipt, and it turned out that the woman who donated the $5,000 to me and my family was at the class 3 days ago. Why, what, where, what moved her? Spirit. That's all I can say to you. Why that number? Because that's what I was asking for. Period. I asked for it. And whoever and whatever, when they say that, when you put it out there, people, places, and things will be moved to bring you what it is that you want. And that is exactly what happened. It was the exact amount. I paid off everything I needed to pay off, and I Was able to even put a down payment on a new Suburban, I think, at that time. But I couldn't believe it. I was ecstatic. I had no idea how that money was going to come. I mean, my classes were only $20 with another $20 worth of supplies, a supply fee. So I could not conceive in a week having enough people in a class to produce $5,000. And I didn't care. So the universe found the quickest way to bring me what it is that I wanted. Very, very simple. So you get clear about what you want. You need to be clear about when you want it. You need to put no limitations on how it can come to you. I have said before, I wanted to do something, or one of my kids wanted to do something, and I said to her, you know what, if I end up with an extra $50, you can have it. My son came home and was like, can I check the mail? Can I check the mail? I was like, whatever. He doesn't get mail. I don't even know why he was so excited. He runs to the mailbox, came back, and I had been gifted a Visa gift card for exactly $50. It happens all the time. There's a bill, unexpected bill. My cell phone company was in a lawsuit, and my portion of the settlement was the exact amount that I needed to pay that bill. So if you get clear and don't put limitations on it, and West Virginia, well, what is WV? Manifestation, a pop in my, I poop in my bum. Okay. Don't put limitations on it. Sometimes it's hard. When you're a business owner, you may say, I really want X number of sales. I really want to make this amount of money through my business. But that may not be the fastest way to get you what you want. And I've experienced that, where I'm saying, I need it to come this way and this way only. And it doesn't happen. No limitations. Whoops, wrong person. They say you don't know what you don't know. Right. And who is it? There's somebody that I talked to about, okay, so he teaches that you don't know what's on your radar. You don't know what you don't know. So you can't put your limitations on it. They're not $20 anymore. I mean, that was years ago. That was my first, manifestation. And, it was about 10 years ago. But it doesn't matter. Being open to all possibilities. Exactly. How long have you been in? I have partnered with many multi-level marketing companies for periods of time since I was 18 years old. And I partner with them as long as it is profitable for me, and when it is no longer profitable for me, or the system doesn't allow me to be as free as I personally would like to be, or I'm interested in trying something else, that's when I leave. So some of the companies, how would you market a mobile app? I'm really not a marketing coach, a business marketing coach. The person that you would want to talk to would be T.C. Cooper. You should look her up. She does great Periscopes for that, but I am not a marketing coach at all. Yes, at all times, because you've got to be... Coach Kair said to stop with the multi-level marketing. However, it is streams of income. Right? So you need to be open to how what it is you're trying to manifest will come. I know somebody who was manifesting a car. What was her name? T.C. Cooper. Oh, you all know him. No, none of that. Okay, so they were manifesting a car, and they found money on the side of the road. It was a bag, and he opens it. There's cash. He turns the cash in. Okay, the guy comes in. He claims his money. He had lost it, and gives him actually a large reward, which was large enough to buy a car within that time frame that he wanted. So you need to be open. You need to be clear about what you want, and you need to be clear about when you want it. Now, as you start to manifest, you don't have to put a time frame on it. When you start to be comfortable and confident about the fact that you can manifest and you are vibrating from a place of, I can do this. There is a vibrational chart that I don't have anywhere where I can show you guys. Maybe I do. That talks about your emotions and what level your emotions have you vibrating on. So when you're vibrating from fear, unworthiness, it's on the lower scale. You can't manifest anything other than fear and not having what you want if you're coming from a place of fear and loneliness and feeling victimized. That's what you're going to produce. Okay, you need to move yourself up the vibrational scale so that you can manifest what it is you're vibrating at, right? And you've got to believe, you have to know. So when you start saying, I'm just going to manifest a cup of coffee, I'm going to manifest, $300, which is equivalent to 5 sales. I'm going to manifest parking spaces everywhere I go. I'm going to manifest free bus trips. And when you start to do this, it builds your confidence. It brings you up on the vibrational scale so that you can do it easier and faster than what you've done before. That's not it. Then you don't have to say, universe, I need a new phone by Tuesday. I need a new phone by Tuesday. What you then can say is that, universe, I want you to bring me what is going to keep me as free as possible. I want to be free. I want to feel loved all the time. And the universe is going to bring you the fastest, most direct response to that. So if you're looking for loving relationships, you're looking to be happy, you want to laugh, then however you can get those things immediately, the universe is going to start to deliver. Thank you so much for the hearts. Please remember, swipe left, right, down, up, whichever device that you're on, and follow me so that you can get the notifications of my other scopes. I have challenged myself to do 100 scopes in 72 hours. And so if you don't miss the live scopes, they are on the replay for 24 hours, and you can also catch them over on catch.me/LaMeel, and then you can see all the ones that you've either missed today or you don't get to watch within that 24-hour period. I'm looking for, I'm going into my high vibrational file here to pull up this vibrational chart for you, but then you can Instagram LaMeel. Then you can not have to be specific. You can just say, manifest, I want to manifest what is going to make me the happiest. I want to manifest whatever is going to make me the freest. Freedom is very, very big for me. So if it makes me free and it makes me happy, then I want it to come to me. That's simple. But you have to be open, because sometimes it comes in unusual ways, sometimes it comes in unique opportunities, and so you've got to be willing to accept. You've got to raise your vibration so that you can be an excellent receiver of what it is that you're asking for. Okay, I don't see it. I tried, I'm sorry. I'm new at this, and as I get better. Yes, I am, because I want to meet people, I want to build my connections, and I want to get I want to get more content out there. 25 would be good. So I'm keeping them, I don't have them all planned, but I'm keeping them short, and the whole point is to share the content and to share the message. And actually this afternoon I will be sharing my story. It's probably going to take me about 4 scopes to get through it all, but I want to but I also want to share my personal story, so that the people who are following me, people who have worked with me for a while, they don't know, and that they will know, and they'll kind of better understand where I'm coming from and the information that I'm offering. And you know, I'm looking to just create some really great connections. I actually love Periscope. Back to manifesting. Just like you. Yes, I do. Anyway, you need to be open. You need to, thank you. You need to be a really good receiver. Okay? And the way that you're a good receiver is you stay open to everything that is presented to you. There are meditations out there. They are meditations, silent meditations, active meditations, because with 8 kids in the house, silent meditation can only happen early in the morning, late at night over here. So I've learned to do active meditation. I've learned to create my day before my day starts so that I can put into my day what it is that I want to experience, and then I just stay open to having those experiences. You're teaching magic. Some people call it magic, you know, I call it manifesting, and maybe it is, it's a little, but it's not like hocus pocus type of magic that he's talking about. But that is how I live my life, and last night I was challenged to write a book in 30 days. So my book is kind of going to be based on that magic that Coach Khayr is talking about. And it's going to be, I don't know, how many points to live a charmed and magical life on a day-to-day basis. So are there any questions? That is it. There's 3 steps, and you just have to stay open. Thank you for the hearts, and receive it. Okay? Be very clear. And again, no cross purposes. If you have cross purposes, it's not going to happen. If you set forth to manifest something and it doesn't happen, then you have to consider, were there any cross purposes? And sometimes it is hard to remove your own cross purposes. And so that's when my cat just got out. Come here. Come here. That's when, where did you find the chart? If you look up or Google, say hi, I just got a new kitten. If you look up or Google vibrational chart, love or above, vibrational chart, you'll see it there. Hi. Where was I? The cat distracted me. Damn. Sometimes you cannot remove your own cross purposes. So there are certain people that you can work with to help you with that. And actually, Coach Khayr is one of those people. He has a wonderful, I don't know if you all know about EFT tapping, but that helps you to remove some cross purposes. In my one-on-one coaching, I help people remove their cross purposes and their emotional blocks to get to where it is that they're going and want to go. But sometimes EFT, right, EFT tapping really does help. And so you can look that up, or you can contact Coach Khayr. He offers that service, or get a one-on-one coaching session to eliminate your cross purposes if you're finding that manifesting, which is called, EFT is Emotional Freedom Technique. That's right, I should have said that. But if you're finding that you're having difficulty manifesting, a lot of times it has to do with the cross purpose, and sometimes it is difficult to remove your own cross purpose. So getting help with that will allow you to be a better receiver of what it is that you're asking for. So thanks so much for joining my scope. I love all the hearts. Actually, that makes me so excited, and that makes me not want to end the scope, but that's the idea. There's 3 steps. Thank you for your time, my own boss. You need a picture down there so that we know what you look like. Divine Star of the Seal. What is your actual name? Relaxationisthekey.com for your emotional freedom techniques. Working on that. Great. And please join me for my other scopes later this afternoon. And remember to follow me. Swipe up, swipe down, follow, share when you're on with your other peeps that are following you. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great afternoon.